In this video, we'll learn how to expand pairs of single brackets. Let's see an example. Expand 3 times x plus 2. Let's see the method. And what we do is multiply both parts inside the brackets by the 3 outside and add them together to get an answer of 3x plus 6. And this is because 3 times x is equal to 3x and 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Now you might be wondering why this method works, and that's because 3 times x plus 2 is the same as 3 lots of x plus 2. And if we write out 3 lots of x plus 2, we get x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. And that comes to 3x plus 6, because we've got x plus x plus x is 3x, and 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. Please note that when you answer these questions, you don't need to write all of this down. Just the answer up here is enough to get all the marks. Okay, now it is your turn. Here are some more to practice. Follow the method from the last question shown here on the right hand side. Expand these pairs of brackets. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, here are the answers. For part A, we do 5 times x plus 4 is equal to 5x plus 20, because 5 times x is 5x and 5 times 4 is 20. For part B, you have 4 times x minus 1 is equal to 4x minus 4, because 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 1 is just 4, and then we have a minus sign in the middle because there was a minus here. Okay, for part C, you've got 2 times 3x plus 1 is equal to 6x plus 2, and that's because 2 lots of 3x is equal to 6x, and 2 times 1 is just 2. Finally, for part D, you have 8 times 6 minus 5x is equal to 48 minus 40x, and that's because 8 times 6 is 48, and then 8 times minus 5x is minus 40x, because 8 times 5 is equal to 40, and we have the minus here because there's a minus between the brackets. Okay, let's move on and make this a little bit harder. We can also expand a pair of brackets when there is a letter outside. Unfortunately, the method is just the same. Okay, so here's an example. Expand this pair of brackets, so x times x plus 2. Pause the video if you'd like to have a go. Okay, so here is the answer. So x times x plus 2 is equal to x squared plus 2x. And this is because x times x is x squared, and x times 2 is 2x. So we're doing just the same thing here. We're multiplying both parts inside the brackets by the x outside. Okay, now it is your turn. Here are 4 more to practice. Expand the following pairs of brackets. Follow the method from the last question shown on the right hand side. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, here are the answers. So we have x times x minus 4 is equal to x squared minus 4x, because x times x is x squared, and x times minus 4 is minus 4x. For part B, y outside the brackets times by 4 plus 2y inside gives us 4y plus 2y squared, and that's because y times 4 is 4y, and y times 2y is 2y squared. Okay, part C, we've got x's and y's inside this question, so it's just the same. X times 5 is equal to 5x, and x times minus y is equal to minus xy. Note that we often put the letters in alphabetical order, so we do x times y. And there's a minus inside because there was a minus in the brackets. Lastly, for part D, we've got z times 1 plus 2x. That comes to z plus 2xz, because z times 1 is just z, and z times 2x is 2xz. Again, we've put the alphabetical order, so x comes before z. Okay, as a final bonus question, try these 4 challenge questions here, where we have a letter and a number outside the brackets. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so here are the answers. For part A, we have to multiply both parts inside the brackets by 3t. So 3t times t plus 4 is equal to 3t squared plus 12t. And that's because 3t times t is 3t squared, and 3t times 4 is 12t. Okay, for part B, we have 2y times 3y plus 7, and that comes to 6y squared plus 14y. And that's because 2y times 3y is 6y squared, since 2 times 3 is 6, and y times y is y squared. And the 14y comes from doing 2y times 7, because 2 times 7 is 14. Right? 5p times 2 minus p inside the brackets gets you 10p minus 5p squared, and that's because 5p times 2 is equal to 10p, and 5p times minus p is equal to minus 5p squared. That's because 5p times p is equal to 5p squared, and we've got the minus inside. Okay, and for the last one, which is 4x times 2 plus 3xy, that comes to 8x plus 12x squared y. And that's because 4 times 3 is 12, x times x is x squared, and the y stays on its own at the end. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you got those correct. You might like to view our video on factorizing single brackets, which is the opposite of expanding and involves putting the numbers back inside the brackets. Links are in the description or on the screen now. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any suggestions for future videos. Subscribe so you get notified when the next video is out, and feel free to share with your friends if you think it would be helpful.